Welcome back, YouTube. General Soul back with Persona 3 Portable, and we're gonna have a simpler time going through Tartarus this time than normal, because we don't have quite as much we need to do. So, open the passageway, and again, for those who either didn't watch the ending of last video or didn't see it, our goals is to reach floor 114, rescue the 2 missing people, collect 5 TR's hairs, which we can start seeing those enemies on floor 102, and that was almost the last thing that I did because those enemies just were not spawning for me. And right now we want red shadows to collect 4 night rains. And then we want to get to the top and get the old document 5. And we need a justice persona. Alright, so the red ones, if I'm remembering correctly, I wasn't even paying attention to what I'm doing. Well, you saw the weaknesses that I used on them, so you know what to do. Sorry, I was looking at my list of goals. Alright, so now we can start getting level 5 cards. Once again, if you need personas, grab any personas. I need money, big time. I am broke because I spent my money on bikini costumes for the girls, not because I'm a perv, even though I am, but because it is the best armor for all the girls, but I could not afford one for Yukari, and I couldn't afford the sundress for Aegis. So until I can afford that, it's just me and Mitsuru. And I picked Mitsuru because best girl. Alright, so we have these enemies. You would think that these birds are weak to ice, but no, they're weak to fire. So, Junpei, and of course this guy's weak to electricity. What do I want to do here? I could switch personas if I've got something that does Maagi. No. There we go. There's one. Maaglio. And this should get us a all-out attack here. Unless one misses, as they always do. Fuck you. Well, I went that plan. I was going to have Junpei hit it with fire, but no. We had to kill it, so now we have to just hit this thing until it dies. Anyway. Ooh, level 5 money. Get the money, get the money, get the money. Okay, so these enemies, generally, in general, it's not a guaranteed, but in general, the dice are going to be weak to electricity. Which is the case here, except 2 of them wanted to dodge. So, fuck you. I remember this fight. This fight pissed me the fuck off. Like, really? Really? You're gonna make me waste 3 times the SP, and then you're just not going to get hit. Fuck you. Alright, so... But yeah, we are in... Mostly because we bought some costumes, we are in desperate need of money. And quite frankly, we're going to be in desperate need of money for a little bit, so you want to focus on money. There's a red shadow. These are what we want to get the Knight's Reigns. Champion Knights. We need 4 Knight's Reigns, and remember, it's not guaranteed that everyone will drop one. So even though we're fighting two, it is entirely possible that neither one will drop a Knight's Ring. They are weak to wind, so Yukari is actually useful. Well, she's always useful for a heal. Alright, let's take them out. And let's see if we get any Knight's Reigns. This is the first champion Knights that I have fought on this trip. They spawn anywhere between floors 90 to 113, whereas the Shouting Tiaras, which drop the tiara hairs for that challenge, start spawning at 102 to 113. Alright, so this is floor 95. This has one of the two people. The other person is on floor 101, and I think I accidentally didn't show or cut out the getting of that person. But there's the first person. 101 is where the other person is. Once again, for those wondering why I do not show the entire exploration of Tartarus, it's because it's completely random except for where the mini bosses are and the end of each block. Other than that, it is completely random. My experience will be different from yours. Plus, an average Tartarus run will take me 3 to 5 hours. And I don't want the next 3 to 5 videos just me going through Tartarus, because as many people will tell you, Tartarus is probably the worst part about Persona 3. Anyway, now that we are down here and we've changed our party, we are going to see about making some personas after I register. So, nah. Let's just go ahead and fuse. I was actually checking to see if I completed a request, but no, I haven't. I think at that time I probably had 2 or 3 Knight's Reigns. Alright, here's Incubus. I'm trying to get some things that I would like on him. Maragio I could go for. I don't want Raging Tiger. I think that's probably what I'm trying to get rid of, is the Raging Tiger. And I ended up just saying, fuck it. He's a horny little devil, isn't he? Well, we got a Miraglio anyway. Alright, stagnant air, that makes it more likely for foes to be hit with a condition and it actually work. So if you're into using conditions on the foes, stagnant air is pretty good. I am not a fan of doing conditions. I'd rather just go straight for your weakness. Alright, 37, we get Spirit Drain. That is a useful skill. Life Drain is pretty useful too, because you'll spend, in this version, I believe you spend either 3 or 5 SP, and you will take 20 SP. So, if at worst case, you're gaining 15 SP from an enemy. I don't think that there is a skill or a accessory that will boost that like there is in Reload. In Reload, you could double that. Like it costs like 3 SP and you could get 40. But I don't. If they have that in this version, I've never encountered it. So it's not as strong as it is in Reload. Alright, so Orbus, what am I trying to get? We ended up with this one. So with Incubus and Oribus, that is The only new one we can make now is one that we don't even have the ability to make right now, and it is a challenge. We will get the ability to make it later. And the reason we don't have the ability to make it later is because it requires a special kind of fusion that we cannot do yet. Do I even care about this skill that we're trying to learn? Alright, we get wind. Alright, so one more. Orbus is done. He's learned every skill he's going to learn. He is absolutely done. We don't need him anymore. We don't need to dodge fire. He's not weak. We need to boost that wind. Alright, it is at this point that I realize I didn't make level 32 personas. So, you remember last video I mentioned Mothman and Virtue. Those two are level 32 summons that I should have been able to make, and we're going to make them now. So, what am I trying to get specifically? It's my Bufu. Guess we'll go with that. Yeah, you can't pick specific skills to transfer over like you can in 4 Golden and 5 and even Reload. That wasn't added until, or that wasn't even a possibility until Persona 4 Golden. The original Persona 4 still had it like this, where it's going to pick certain skills at random. But yeah, good luck trying to get exactly what you want. Alright, let's see now. Need to make a Virtue, so I'm looking to see what all I need. I'm just kind of looking to see if maybe I've got what I need to make a Virtue here, or to make something that will help me make a Virtue. Doesn't look like it unless this guy has something. Nope. Nope, no Virtue. Okay, so I'm going to have to purchase some personas to make. Alright. Register our King Frost here. Don't care about those two. Alright, so we want to grab, I think if I remember correctly, we got Sarasvati. And we grabbed her because we should have the other one. There we go. There is Virtue. Virtue's going to have the instant death light skills. So if you run into anything that is weak to light, there you go. You got Virtue. And that is all the personas we can make here until we get that special fusion to make the last level 34 that we can make. Alright, here we are on floor 98. This is our first mini-boss floor. Alright, so we got these enemies here, which are Magical Magnus. Don't use physical attacks. They're strong against all physical attacks. Do not use ice. They will drain it, which means it will heal. Do not use light and dark. You cannot instantly kill them. But do use fire. They are weak to that. Which is why I have Junpei and Koromaru with me. So that they're just not going to survive.
Keep it up.
And if Koromaru goes, well, never mind. They're going to try and freeze us. Really? Well, my persona's weak. So we can't do an all-out attack now because I am frozen. So Junpei is going to use some SP to hit each one individually because he still does not have... He will never get a AoE fire spell. In fact, he's not going to get another fire spell at all. He does not even get a heavy fire spell. That's as strong as his fire will get. Alright, Curry, give me a heal. Thank you. Koromaro, show the world who's a good boy. Alright, so you're gonna get back up. Kiss my ass.
Hang in there.
He's not getting up, he's dizzy, so Junpei, set him back down, please. Now, kill him. One of them. I don't care which. Alright. Yukari, go ahead and finish him. Koromaro, go ahead and finish him off. With a crit. Gotta love how that works. I'm gonna crit when it's gonna die anyway. Alright, so we are back. Let's make some new personas. Oh. So we are at level 35 now. And at 35, we can make one new persona. So, looking to see if I can just make... There it is, Ganja. That is our new persona that we can make. There is no other persona at level 35. Mabufu and Hama. Okay, yeah, I can do with this. Yeah, this will work. And that is Ganja. So that's all the personas we can make until we get the means to do that special persona, or special fusion. Tetrafu, Alright, that is all the personas we can make right now. And I don't think I can turn in any requests at the moment. Okay, so we got new shadows. Furious Gigas. Well, if they're not new, then they're at least new to this floor. Alright, these guys are obviously weak to Hama, so go ahead and instant kill them.
Enemy down. One more. I summon you.
Pick whatever cards you need. I need money desperately. Alright, Polydeuces leveled up. Nice. Lucia leveled up. Okay, another new enemy here. These are... what are they called? Okay, so I don't actually have the weakness to these enemies. Almighty Hands. This is why I am trying to panic two of them, because they can instantly kill you. So due to that, I would try and panic as many as I could and then focus on the one that didn't get panicked. Generally, I would have it end up like this. Okay, so they can also do Bufala, which is annoying as shit. And also, while they're panicked, they're more susceptible to critical hits. But yeah, and they can also try and charm you as well. So these are very annoying enemies. This is a time where I'm like, yes, a condition is almost mandatory if you don't have their weakness, because they're weak to dark. I don't have Mudo skills. This enemy, I believe, has no weaknesses. So I basically just go all out with physical attacks because there's nothing that eats weak to. All right. Now, I have not shown you the shouting tiaras that are needed for the tiara's hair, mostly because the game did not want to fucking give me any until I was almost done with Tartarus. It was supposed to start spawning at floor 102. I didn't start getting them until after I'd beaten the last mini boss and was working on those little short floors to get to the end. Anyway, we are now at level 37, which means we can make level 36 and 37 personas. There are 2 we can make at 36 and 3 that we can make at 37. So here is Hanuman. Alright, so with that one, this one, as you can see, looks to be mostly a physical attacking type with maybe some healing capabilities. Sure, I'm not going to keep it. Ooh, generate 2. And we get the counter card. Alright. So we've got a few more that we can make here. Let's see. Alright, we can make Samael. So it's got Mudo, which will help against those damn hands. So with that, we're definitely going to get up to level 40. Megiddo is a new type of spell that we haven't seen in this game. It's Almighty. Nothing resists or is weak to Almighty. So if you get something that resists everything, Almighty will do full damage at all times. Alright, now this persona is one that we needed an item to get. Nata Taishi. Looks like basically a grown-up Astro Boy to me. Probably what it was based off of. So if you haven't done some requests, then you can't make this one. Thankfully, if you've been following the guide, you should be able to make him no problem. And that was all the ones we can make at level 37. Did I make level 36 off camera and just didn't show it? Alright, here is our second mini-boss floor. This is floor 110. So for this one, you do not want fire or ice or wind. This enemy that we're facing off of is strong versus fire, strong versus electricity, nullifies wind, light, and dark. So you want either physical attacks or ice. So that's the main reason I'm going with Nata Taishi, is because it has some pretty powerful physical attacks. Alright, come around here, and here it is. This is Natural Dancer. It uses a piercing attack, uses wind. Garodine, which is a heavy wind for one target, and Magarudine, which will hit everyone with heavy wind. Excuse me. Hamona, which is a instant kill with high odds of success, 40% chance. Sexy Dance, which tries to charm all party members, 40% chance. And Tetrakarn, which will reflect physical damage once. So he's going to try and confuse you. He's going to try and instantly kill you. He's going to try and reflect your attacks back to him. And he's going to try and kill you with wind. So we need someone to sacrifice themselves to get rid of that barrier. Aigis is good because she has pretty damn strong armor. I was looking to see if I had anything that I wanted to do to buff ourselves, but I don't. So we'll go ahead and, yeah, 8 damage back. I'll take it. That way you can take... I decided I'm going to show Orgia mode. I kind of regret this. But this is not an enemy you want to do Orgia mode. Especially if it's going to dodge your fucking attack. So, first try, I was trying to see if I could get a freeze. And of course, it's going to dodge my physical attack again. Alright, so she is now basically in berserk mode. She is going to just randomly attack. She's going to use any skills she has on her. She's going to randomly attack. I have no control on her, but she will hit harder. Now, the weakness is after 3 turns. She is overheated. She cannot attack or defend or anything. And she is very susceptible to damage at that point. But then after that, she goes back to normal. And she goes back into at her free will act. She will do what she wants to do. God damn it. And since it's Igus that goes, Charmed Me goes next. Alright, so we need to break that charm. That's absolute. So we'll have Koromaru attack. And we'll have Mitsuru use a discharm on Shiomi. Of course you're going to block. You're a fucking cocksucking dick fucker. Oh, she just defended? What? Okay. I will take the damage then. I guess I'll heal. Don't use that bear. Okay, sexy dance. Do not get me. Why am I getting confused? Charmed every time. I'm getting charmed every time. Never mind. It doesn't matter. It's dead. It's dead. I just gotta remember next bite to put her back onto direct commands. And now we can make level 38 personas. So now, finally, these are what we need for the other request. We need to get, what is it, 5 tiara hairs. So even though we got 4, once again, it's not even a guarantee that any one of them will drop one. And I did fight some earlier and got 1 hair. So I still need 4, but these motherfuckers did not spawn until after the mini boss room, and then all of a sudden they were common enemies. And let's see. Now, unfortunately, yes, I did accidentally skip, or didn't show me getting the second missing person, which was on floor 101. So either I just completely deleted over that video to get there, or I just skimmed through and I didn't see it and just didn't get it. Either way, I mean, it's just floor 101. It would just brought me back and I would have made some personas. Alright, so that's where I realized that, yeah, this is the very next fight after that mini-boss. I did not remember until she moved. Okay, so they are weak to darkness, so please kill them all. 2 out of 3 is not bad. 3 out of 3 is even better. Alright. Got Mothman, alright. We're done. Challenge done. Okay, I don't think I've shown this guy here. The one in the back. What do we... Okay, we're going with Samael. I think they're weak to... Well, we know the hands are weak to dark. So, get rid of those annoying little fucks. You, however, are weak to light. If I'd actually thought about... Well, not that it matters if I'm going to crit, but if I had actually thought about it, I would have let Koromaru kill the hands. But more than likely, I probably don't have Hama on on myself now since I've made some personas. I probably lost everybody that had light spells. And here is the top floor, floor 114. That is the end. Here is document 5. All challenges done. We definitely have a justice persona. Alright, so we're going to turn in our requests, make what personas we can at the moment, and that is done for this Tartarus session. This Tartarus session was a lot easier than last time. I did not spend 6 fucking hours trying to get 2 challenges. Thankfully, we didn't have a challenge to try and get a rare weapon out of a rare chest that only spawns in one of 3 floors, and I didn't have to kill any gold shadows. But definitely make sure before you leave Tartarus that requests number 24, 25, and 26 are done, and that you have rescued the missing people before you leave, because the deadline for all of them is September 3rd, and we're not coming back to Tartarus. If you want to go back to Tartarus, feel free. I'm not going to. Registering my personas before I make some new ones. Okay, what level are we at? Level 38. We can make 3 personas at level 38. Alright, so Basuki is one of them. This is a Hanged Man persona, so we're getting close to done with Hanged Man, so we might need to hold on to this one. We'll see. We'll see. We got a few days before the full moon. Alright, Counter-Strike. We'll just replace Counter with Counter-Strike. Alright, do we get one more level? Okay, we got Twin Shot. Oh, not one more level. Damn. Okay, there's 2 more we can make. Clotho. Definitely want to get this one. Clotho is going to be required for a special fusion later. So we definitely want to make this one. Clotho is Fortune, which we have not started Fortune yet. And for our last one, no. Now, in case I did make level 36 personas and I just don't remember, there's Raja Naga, which you can make with a Sati and a Clotho, a Queen Mab and a Ragda, and a Queen Mab with a Kusimatama and a Shisa. The other one is Siryu. You can make with a Sati and a King Frost, or a Hoapo, a Taki Mikazushi, and a Genbu. And it looks like I don't have what I need to make this last persona, and it looks like it's very, very picky. My list here is only showing me one way to make this persona. So, we want Jikoten, or Jikokutin, and we want Ganja, which is PT, so priestess. Alright, that's what PT is. Alright, so we want to combine those 2, and this will make our last new persona. And that is going to be Taraka. Taraka is a hermit persona, so we should get a few points. Yeah, as you probably can hear in the background, this phone does not stop fucking ringing with all these scammers. Okay, now that Taraka is done, that is all the new personas we can make. So now I need to get rid of personas of arcanas that I do not need. I do not need Devil and I do not need Fortune. I need a Justice though. I don't need Magician. Temperance I might need. So this is Siryu. So since it seems that I didn't show this, here's Siryu. Gonna definitely want one of those anyway because it's gonna be required for a special fusion later. Okay, we don't need these fortunes though. Of course, we can combine the two fortunes to make a weaker fortune. Ooh. I don't need two hermits. I don't really need an emperor either, but it is a better emperor, and that's the Naga Raja. So there we go. Even if I skipped it, there's the personas. So that's all the personas right there. So if I missed some things, there is a spot later in a later video where I thought I was recording, but for some reason nothing was recorded. The timing of this recording was very hectic, so there are maybe instances where I missed something. But anyway, we're going to end this video here, and we will be getting ready for the full moon event in the next video.